Rika and
Jessicarabbit.
Welcome back to another episode of Soul Healer Podcast. I almost forgot the name of the damn podcast. I'm sorry. I fumbled over my words. That's how y'all know this is real and raw, because I'm not editing that out. No. But welcome back to another episode. We did something different last time, and we brought you a two-parter, so we wouldn't be in here for 2 hours talking with you guys. So I hope you missed us, because you didn't get to see us last week, but we're gonna definitely recap some of the stuff that we missed, some of the shows that we didn't get to recap for last week. We'll do that again this week.
Okay.
Hopefully I'm caught up on everything. I think I am.
Yeah, I think I am too. Hopefully.
I am. But we will recap some of the shows, and then we will go to the main topic of the show, which is called Bringing Sexy Back. Yes. And we can speak from a female's perspective because we are females, but hopefully some of the things that we share or some tips or tools that we've learned along our journey can go for both men and women. So we will see, and just take what resonates with you. And if it doesn't, let it go, because we are not professionals. I
was about to say that we're not professionals. This advice is not to stand for what your doctor says. So don't say, I heard on Soul Healer Podcast. No.
We just share tips. We share things that we've tested or tried that may have helped us or may not have helped us, but it doesn't mean that it may not work for you. And then if we have information that came from a different source, we will share that information or share that source with you so you can go right to the source and not come for us. We don't want that.
No.
We don't need the credit. We don't need none of that. We're just messengers.
Yeah, I'm not going to be held liable for y'all foolishness. Talk about you going to try. No. No. And
even with the recaps from the shows, it's our opinion. So just take it for what it is. Yeah, we may not remember everybody's names, but we got people that's going to help us out and correct us when we need it.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes, yes, if I know a person from a certain part that stuck out to me, that is going to be their name. I don't care how many shows you do. Like Rudy from Cosby. It's all the different things she's done. She's still Rudy from Cosby.
Mm-hmm. So. Theo is still Theo. Like, even if I know his name is Malcolm Jamal Warner, he's still going to be Theo, and Urkel, all of them. Yeah. So, yeah. Y'all can correct us and whatever, but we still don't really care.
We're grateful. The one that commented that last week, he had caught me. He was like, yo, y'all crazy. You ain't know. It's like, I don't know nobody's name.
My husband said the same thing. He was like, y'all, you don't ever know anybody's name. I'm like, I'm a human. I'm not a robot. I've seen some podcasts, or even my sister-in-law, she'll watch some podcasts and watch some shows and then send the comment into a podcast, and she'll know everybody's name. I'm like, oh, that's his name? Oh, wait a minute. I thought that was I'm not doing all of that. You're going to get it as real and raw as I can give it to you.
Yes, how I'm explaining it on the phone with you is how y'all going to get it. So
Exactly. So what would you like to recap first, my dear?
I would say, let's do Power first, because there was a couple powerful things on Power. And I was just like, all right,
Okay, so the last time we recapped Power, that's when Kane.
Yes, Kane.
Bobby Brown. That's when Kane figured out that Poppy was the one that killed Zeke Freaky.
Mm-hmm. So Lorenzo, he killed him.
Yeah.
He took his power, and he's been just messing up. I mean, everybody's, the way everybody's like, you go like this, you go like, like, we don't end up getting caught or dead.
Right. And they could tell something is going on, like something is weird. Like he don't usually listen to him, and
Yes.
because he didn't want Kane to even be in charge. He was trying to mold. Now I don't remember the other brother name. Drew. He was trying to. I thought I was doing better today. He thought he was trying to mold Drew, and I was like, okay.
And little snitch girl, I don't remember her name.
Oh gosh, the
one in college.
daughter.
Yeah.
I'm picturing her necklace around her neck. Diana.
Diana. Okay, yes, Diana.
Yes, Diana. But was she really a snitch? Because
yeah, because remember
did
the last at the season finale. Remember she was at the
that's
table,
why
which got Zeke killed.
That's why Monet don't really fuck with her like that.
But she kind of got back in her good graces because they were able to get the one cop, Monet killed them. But I was like, why can't there be sex? That needs to be sex.
Oh, that whole situation was crazy. So, what were you gonna say?
What about Monet finding out that it was Lorenzo that killed him?
She's still putting it together. Well, she saw that he was at the scene of the crime based off the fingerprints.
Yes, so she was like, so she knows it's him, but you know how like something, but you're trying to give him the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, I think with Monet, they need to pay attention to when she's calm, because any other time when she's regular, she's popping off, she's smart, she's being mean and just cutting you deep. But now she's like, oh yeah, I'm just, and I'm like, they should know something's up because she's being nice or she's being chill.
She's thinking. When she's calm, she's thinking. So she's watching everybody closely. She's watching everybody's moves. Everybody's coming and going. So it's not good when a woman is quiet like that. When she's going off on you and yelling and going back, that means, okay, that she's still there. But when she gets quiet, that means she's thinking.
Yep.
And she already said she wanted to get out the game. So it might be her exit plan. So we gotta watch closely with that. And what else? Go ahead.
You think Diana's gonna be able to really detach from her family? Because it seems like they're finding different ways to manipulate her to bring her back in.
No, I thought that student teacher, he came too hard with that at first. That's something that you do down the line when y'all been married and kids, and later on say, okay, look, this is toxic. Give her a reason to detach. We have children now. We can't have our children around this toxicity. So now let's break off. You just getting with her. Y'all just slept together. I mean, and you already telling me to get away from my family? Come on now. I don't know you.
Y'all saw my crazy face. I thought I turned my phone on Do Not Disturb. Sorry about that interference, but somehow my family finds a way to get past all my barriers. They don't got no boundaries, or they don't respect my boundaries. I'm sorry.
I didn't hear it.
I apologize. Well, I apologize for those of you who heard my phone go off. I try to be respectable. Yeah, that. But I do apologize. Well, you were saying something about the cop.
Oh yeah.
Go ahead. What is it? Zeke Freaky's girlfriend. What was her name? I forgot her name. The one that was thoughting and popping all over the campus, and then the police. Carrie, was it Carrie?
Carrie, it is Carrie. You got it right.
So yeah, her ex-boyfriend, fiance, something that was so hell-bent on solving her case. Oh, this is not a suicide. She would never kill herself, blah, 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 blah. And Zeke Freaky came to me and you were there and da, da, da. So
now he's dead. You think he's dead? Did they actually bring him out in a body bag? Did we see when they did? Okay, you killed. Did they actually say he was dead?
They said he was dead. Because when her lawyer came, he was like, "I told you, da, 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 but why would you kill him?"
True. Okay. I just want to make sure, because sometimes they make it seem one way, and then next thing you know, that person is on a ventilator or something in the hospital, and like,
look at Lauren, she
still alive. Exactly. So I just wanted to make sure I didn't miss something.
Yeah.
But Kane almost getting killed, And then his father
Say-
stepping in to save him. Now he's trying to be accountable and own that he's been a jackass.
Yeah, and now so Lorenzo's going to try to take his power back, but what's going to happen is Monet's going to put 2 and 2 together. Only thing he could say was, he should have said this from the beginning. He should have said, yo, I didn't mean to kill Zeke. I thought Zeke was old boy. He wasn't. I shot. My bad. Okay.
She ain't gonna hear that. She just gonna see red.
She would see red, but you would have owned up to it in the beginning. You would not have went around. And when I said I was looking for Zeke's killer, you stood there and looked at me like,
Right.
yeah, I'm looking for him too. No, it's like, it's like that person that kills a person and they come back to the memorial and they saying it with their candle and like, oh,
yeah, that's crazy.
But they always say that a killer comes back to the scene of a crime. So you coming back, you didn't dismiss yourself or nothing. And
I think she may find out that Kane knows too.
Oh, she will, because Kane is sloppy. And Lorenzo's not going to go down by himself. So that, and then that's when she's going to say, I knew the only person I could trust was Tariq, because Tariq right now is the only person that has not gone behind her back.
Exactly. And then you got Effie. Kane is going to do some messy ass shit. He likes Effie. He likes her. And he's going to try to find a way to either ruin her relationship with Tariq or try to find a way to get with her. Because now that he knows her secret, which she snitched on herself, because Brayden never told anybody that she was the one that went for Lauren. So now she's like, don't tell him, you know, he really is the only one looking out for me, or whatever she said to him, reaching out. So I think that's going to backfire on her.
Well, see, I think Kane figured it out. I think he knew that Brayden didn't do it. And when he gave the gun to Brayden to kill the other person, he said he still saw that he couldn't kill somebody. Okay, you're still scared. So he said, okay, the only other person that would have killed Lauren would have been Effie. She wouldn't have killed her off of the fact that she needed to go. She would just killed it because she wanted Tariq to herself. And I do think he's going to come in the middle of it. I don't think he really wants it like that. I think he wants her on the fact that he can't have her.
Yeah.
So now what he's going to do is, you won't give me them cookies if you want me to be quiet. He's going to take that little snack pack and blackmail her. Well, I'll let him know.
But poor Brayden being the trophy white boy, because those men that died took a picture of him.
But you know,
on their phone.
All of them ain't dead.
Well, all of them not dead, but then now they're at the scene. The police are at the scene of the crime, and he's already gotten in trouble for selling drugs at the school. So now they're going to see Brayden's picture on their phone if they look through their phones to see who's connected to this murder. And now you're going to have murder under your record, and then they still going to blame Tariq, probably.
But they're going to show you what white privilege can get you. So he's not going to get in trouble. He's going to have a lawyer that's going to be higher than Method, and they're going to show you that white privilege, that Western name, is going to get him away. No, he just so happened to be in the same vicinity as these people. He didn't tell them their name. The other kid that died, that's still living, he doesn't know his name.
Right.
So they don't know anything. And will they put another white man under? Because remember, they seem like they were white power people. So are they going to put another white man under for that? They could have just said, oh, he was an Uber driver or something. It could be something funny because they don't want to put another one down. Because you heard what they said, oh, we rather talk to you instead of them. Should be in charge.
Yeah. But I was also like, how is he going to find out who Brayden is? Like, you took a picture and you just going to float it around. Well, I guess people have their ways. Like, who's this little boy? Who's this boy?
And then for the fact that he runs in a whole different social, level than those people. His people ain't gonna know who that is. They'll be like, oh, he's some white boy. Unless they took a picture of his tags. That's the other thing. Why would you come in your regular car, like with your plates? Like, that isn't.
But he had a van, right?
They had the band, but no, Braden pulled up in his car. Didn't he pull up in his car?
Because he was like, you guys get the stuff yourself or whatever. So why was I thinking he was in a van or a truck?
I know this stuff was on the
like, I'm not unloading it for you.
But then he left in that car. I don't know, yeah. Oh, and what about Drew and his cousin? Kissing cousin.
Gosh, that whole situation is crazy. And I knew it as I was watching it. I was like, they're gonna get all up in each other's face in this car, and something's gonna happen. Because Drew is like this sucker for love. I'm gonna find love. I don't care who it is, but if they give me attention, then I'm going for it. But you think they're gonna find out about it, the family?
No, because I mean they ain't finding out about it yet.
True. I mean, but wasn't nothing really popping off.
No, yeah, he said we can't. He said we're too old for this. We can't do this no more. So that they probably did it younger. Like cousins exploring and trying different stuff, and they may have been each other's first or whatever. He may have tried to act like he was straight, and then okay, we got to separate. And then now that they may have never been that close together again, so it's like,
wow. And then you got Lauren. She just singing like a bird. Oh my God, she's singing. But I understand she wants her freedom back. But your life ain't never gonna be the same.
Honey, she's gonna be dead. Tariq is gonna kill her. Tariq cannot trust her. No man in that world is gonna trust you if you cooperate. Hell, they don't even trust you if you call the cops because he beating on you. So how's he gonna trust you for cooperating because you want your freedom? Girl, you supposed to say, I know nothing. I knew nothing. What was it? Remember El Chapo's wife? What was it? His wife said nothing. And it wasn't the side piece singing. One of them was singing and one of them was like mouth was shut. I don't know. I think it was the wife because the wife ended up going to jail. So I don't know. You keep your mouth shut. You know nothing.
The 5th. No, I wasn't there that day. No, I don't know nothing about that.
I don't know.
You getting me out? Let's get back to the main. You're getting me out. But let's see who else. So Diana, we talked about her and not being able to get out. So Tariq, yeah, I think we kind of touched on. Well, yeah, because the Haitians didn't really do much for the past episode, other than boss them around and tell them what to do. But yeah, I think we touched on a few of the main things. We already know Monet is gonna start doing her thing when it comes to Poppy. Yes. Figuring things out, putting it together. I wonder how she might kill him. Like, is she gonna just shoot his ass?
She gonna have Tariq do it.
Oh.
She gonna have Tariq do it because her and Tariq are gonna build that empire together. And he might say, look, I know you want to get out the game, but I'm gonna make you a silent partner. Let me do this, and you get your dividends like the mafia. Your hands ain't gotta get dirty, and we good. And she may take that offer.
I just thought about when Diana said, say less. When she was like, hit me. She was like, oh, say less.
Yo, and
like, oh, she's been waiting for this moment. Like, okay, don't threaten me with a good time. Okay, so let's see. What else did we catch up on? S, the double, the U, the VVV, SWV, and Xscape. Yes. The finale. Oh, I said that. I'm all over my words today. The finale. So we didn't recap after the previous week where, well, we talked about who wanted to be the headliner. And then they went back and forth on who wanted to close out the show. I was just like, oh my gosh.
Y'all are so petty. Just get on there with your microphone and sing, please.
Right. And then that whole back and forth, I sold this many million records and this song is the most popular. But I guess if you feel like somebody is belittling you or trying to downgrade you, then you want to let them know, like, hey, the numbers don't lie. So it's just like but it makes Xscape seem like their egos are just really, really big.
They are, because if you listen to Candy picking out, she tried to do the list of songs for SWV. And Coco was like, I don't want people to go to sleep. These are not the songs that we do at concerts. These are the songs we do at concerts. So what they wanted to, what Candy was trying to do was Candy was trying to make it seem like, see, they're played out, washed out. They had all the bad songs, or they ain't played none of the good songs. But Xscape had all the songs. No, Candy, we know what you're trying to do. You're trying to market it that so y'all get a tour. Y'all can't even get it together, because SWV, they said that they're going on tour with Jodeci this summer.
And Xscape is actually on tour right now with Lil Tevin.
Oh,
Lil
yes.
Tevin Campbell. Who else? Is it 112? I actually saw them in this area on tour with.
Yes, you sent me the thing.
Yeah. So they're doing their little tour too. So they got something out of it, but it's 3 of them, definitely 3 of them.
Yes, and what's her name? Latasha talk about, I'm still a member. I'm always a member.
Right. You saw that. What was the Andy Cohen little show after? I'm still a member. I didn't leave, but she wanted them to change the name to Xscape 3. Why would they go through all of that if you think you can come back whenever you want to? Like that, I thought that was crazy. And then on Andy Cohen's show, she talks about how Coco is her real friend. And I'm like,
Coco
didn't seem like that.
Yo, my part was when Coco was like, I ain't got no more medicine. I was like,
I'm ready to fight.
Time out. We need to find the nearest pharmacy, because honey,
He was ready to fight. And then when you saw Taj come out and was like, look, I'm sick of this shit. Usually she's a peacemaker, the person trying to calm everybody down. What do you think about Coco's son wanting to sing and them trying to change his mind? It's like, y'all had an opportunity. Why won't you just let him have his moment?
I think because he might not have the backing or the crowd. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he might be trying to ride her coattails, and she's like, look, you see how we were hot for a minute, and there's people that are hot, and then you don't hear from them ever again. And if they don't make enough money, or they don't do right by their money, invest their money in other ways, now it's older, you don't want to go to college, or you don't want anybody seeing you. I know, like in Jersey, we used to see people, I forgot her name. She was working at Kmart. It was one of the singers from back in the day, with Ja Rule and I forgot. She was working at Kmart, and like people would go up there.
Not Charlie Baltimore.
Not Charlie Baltimore, but it was the other one.
Vita, no.
Vita. Was it Vita? Vita was from Plainfield. Like they would be like all washed up, and it's like you don't really have nothing to do, and you're still trying to ride off that name. They're like, at least go to college or get something under your belt. And then, then he tried that whole, oh, let's go kill myself. It was so hard. Like, it's not that hard that you want to kill yourself.
I mean, I haven't gone to college. I took some college classes, so I can't say that it's not that hard. But some people, especially if you think you're doing a good job and your grades aren't showing up as that, and then your mental health isn't good. So if that whole mental health thing runs in his family, then you really never know.
That's true, but they got people that write papers for you, girl. Just like, come on, they write that paper for you. You be good.
Oh, goodness.
Like, let me tell you, there's ways to get around stuff. But I mean, hey, I understand what she's saying. If he wants to do it, just have a plan B. Don't be a telemarketer making $9 an hour. Minimum wage isn't $20 an hour universally. Yes, so you gotta. If it was my child, I don't know.
And then Lily actually stood up. They was like, "Are you from New York?" She's like, "Wait a minute, hold up. No, this is what we not gonna do." Like pianos in the dressing room, and y'all want to act like we not as good as we are. Like, come on, y'all doing too much.
Oh my God. What about Latasha's entourage?
The girl was combing her hair while she was just standing there. Like, bitch, she ain't moved. You don't have to keep combing her hair. Why? They keep calling her Diana Ross and this and that. And I'm like, but her husband, I believe he was getting kickbacks.
Oh yes, and I think he still is. And I think the reason why she wants the name to be X3 is because he no longer has control over the kickbacks and control over the money and things like that, because he's not in management anymore. So he's like, well, if you ain't getting it, they can't keep your name. They can't make money off that name. It's not Latasha and Xscape. It's not Xscape and Latasha. No, that was the whole group's name.
Right.
Destiny's Child was Destiny's Child no matter what. So no, we're not going to change the name.
Yeah. And the way he worded it was like, you know, a person that has to hustle or something, they get kickbacks, they get this, but you negotiated the deal. So the way you negotiated the deal was so you could probably get a finder's fee or whatever type of fee, and you just call it something different. He sounds like a hustler. He just knows how to use his words. He's been around for 26 years. He knows what to do.
No, he does. And he knows a lot of the girls, especially back then, didn't know as much as they know now. So when she had the evidence of the messages, and she still didn't want to believe her husband, you know what I'm saying?
Phones are going to say the same thing, but it's nothing about Xscape. But if you're working with a promoter, what else do you have to talk about but Xscape, if that's your job? So now she knew he was lying. She just wasn't going to have that conversation in front of the cameras.
Oh yeah, she
was like, oh yeah, we had lots of conversations.
Yeah, she's not going to tell us. She's not going to tell us. She's not going to say what those conversations were. She's not going to say what he said or anything. It's going to be, that's behind closed doors. That's for married couples, and that's it.
Right. And then her saying, oh, well, you know, we'll try to find out where the 30,000 went. But you can't cash nobody's check without their, yeah, you can put pay to the order of or whatever. You can do it if you really, really wanted to.
Yeah, they can, and then he can say, well, okay, I need you to separate the checks and send it to this, or you could have it into like a community account that they didn't even know that they were a part of, but that he's a signee on it.
Mm-hmm. I hope. Well, there's alleged rumors about him having a baby and stuff like that. So if that's true, I hope she really, really starts to see him for who he truly is and Xscape.
She's not, because she's not going to have it said that her marriage failed, that he was a liar. I don't. I think if he dies, then she'll start saying stuff. But as long as she ain't gonna leave.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I hope that it will, as far as their relationship, either he's honest and she's upfront about the things that she does know just to keep peace with the group, but she hasn't even talked to her sister yet. Well, I don't know. Based off of the interviews and stuff that she's been doing, it seems like she says she reached out to her sister and her sister hasn't responded back. So I wish them the best. I hope they can fix this bond or relationship and come back as sisters. They might not ever be the way they used to be, but I hope it's some kind of fixing it in there.
Yeah, I hope so too, because they did have a close relationship, but a lot of times those spouses get in the middle of stuff, and you know, they can either ruin it or make it better.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, now we're gonna recap Snowfall.
Yes.
Because we haven't talked about Snowfall, and then after that, we will talk about Beef. That's a new show that we've been taking a few looks at, and it's pretty cool. So we'll come back to that after we discuss Snowfall. And Franklin. I be wanting to call him Frederick so much. I don't know where that comes from, but Franklin. What did you think? Like, we haven't recapped 2 weeks.
Yeah, so R.I.P. Unc.
R.I.P. Unc. That whole situation with Auntie. What's Auntie? Auntie shit.
Oh, look,
Louis.
Yo, but did you see the funeral and who was at the funeral?
Oso was at the funeral. Who else was at
Uncle Clifford was at the funeral.
I did see Uncle Clifford behind her. I was like, Uncle Clifford. I noticed that. My husband didn't see it, but he wasn't gonna rewind it. I was like, Uncle Clifford. Has he ever had another scene on the show before and I didn't realize it?
I don't think so, but Uncle Clifford's rule 5,324. You have to check up on your hoes and make sure Louis doing okay. You know what I'm saying? So as well, Uncle Clifford.
Oh my goodness. Well, going back to the episode before Unc died, where they had her in the warehouse, because I don't think we talked about that stuff, where they had her at the warehouse and he clearly had to been burning cigarettes or something on her face, because I saw the different spots. And I thought that Franklin was going to just leave her there. I didn't think he would come back.
I think he knew from his mother and his uncle, if he didn't go back, they were gonna, that's family. At the end of the day, it's family.
Right. And Unc wanted to leave. Like he wanted to leave. So that's never gonna sit right with her, because she's like, damn, if I would have just listened to him, if I wouldn't have just been so greedy and hungry for it, he might still be here right now. So she's not gonna be able to think straight. Well, she doesn't seem like she's been thinking straight, period. But it's like everybody is gonna be on her radar. If it wasn't for Teddy, then this wouldn't have happened. If it wasn't for Franklin, then this wouldn't have happened. If it wasn't for this person, everybody but herself.
Well, she said when she was in the bathtub, she did say, I keep ending up back here. Why? So there's something she needs to learn, and maybe she will learn it by the last episode, what she needs to do. I feel sorry for Franklin's mother. You lose your husband and now your baby brother.
Yeah.
All because of your son. Yo, in that part, I knew it. I said, don't touch her. Don't touch her. When he told her, and she flipped, I said, don't you touch mommy. Leave it alone. Tell her what you got to do and walk away. Yeah. She don't want to be touched. You did this. This blood is on your hand.
Exactly. But when they came in the warehouse, they shot shit up. Was his name Kane too? No, what was his name? Because he branded a K in her chest. What was his name?
I forgot his name.
Yeah, I don't think his name was Kane too, but I know it was a K. Yeah, he had to go. He was just, he was doing too much. Them bringing the pimp in there for them to run a train on her. They was going through that process of running a train on her for a long time. Nothing even happened. Like, how long they been back there? Because they just talking about it. You going in there. Like, they had the party planned for a certain time.
It's not time yet.
Right. You hear her just screaming. You hear her just screaming and stuff. And then Franklin had the time to leave and then come back. But yes, R.I.P. Unc. That's sad that he had to go.
Did you see the thing on TikTok? If I find, I'll send it to you. What's R.I.P. Unc? They playing the song.
Oh no, what song?
What's that song back in the day? I'm gonna really miss you. You know that back in the day, so I was saying the part looking for the homies and stuff. I forgot the.
This is for my homies in the gangster lane.
It was either that one or this other one. I really miss you, my homie. Something.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about. But yeah, send me that video. No, I didn't see that. Oh man, Unc. But yeah, so moving forward with that, Franklin. Zonique. What's her name? Not Zonique. Zonique is Tiny's daughter. Marinique. Is it Marinique?
I don't know.
Oh shit. Okay, Franklin's fiance. soon to be wife.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that she was that far along in her pregnancy for her
Mm-hmm.
to have that baby yet. Do you think she's having a miscarriage?
Yeah. Or I give her maybe 20 weeks, 24, so she might be having a preemie.
Because you done saw him get beat. You going through all of this, you flying, and you all of this stress with your mom wanting you to leave.
And then he's seeing
That's
Teddy's
a lot.
father get killed in front of her.
Exactly. That is a lot.
And now you don't know if your baby father, soon to be husband, is going to come back alive to you. She already went to a funeral, so she's like, she sees where this life ends up at. You having a baby, and it's like, that's when I thought, okay, I thought Franklin was going to die. I said, she's going to have this baby. One life goes out, another life comes in. But then when they flipped the script on Teddy.
Yeah. Oh gosh. With them leaving Franklin there and then also getting snatched up, I was like, something like this. I thought it was going to play out one way where Franklin was going to get hurt real bad. I didn't see him dying though, but I didn't know that Teddy was going to be the one that got captured.
I didn't either.
That KGB dude was watching them the whole time.
But then they killed him. And then also, the funny part was also was just sitting there and Franklin just dangling for his life.
Dangling.
Like, oh, my bad.
Like, what about me? Come back for me. What's going on?
Yo, and it's Teddy started. Oh my God, Teddy started doing all this because they were done with Teddy. That was the thing, and so also knew that. So also like, you can't say me. I know what you don't know. I know that they're done with you. So this whole, you gonna get it because you killed the officer? Nah, nigga, they was gonna make you a cop or something. Like they took your badge from you. You're not even an FBI, CIA, whatever you were doing.
Right.
You started doing underhanded stuff, which a lot of them do. They get that money and they just go crazy.
And now he wanting to get married and all this other stuff. So was that him trying to change his life around? Like, yeah, I'm finally going to get out. Let me just go ahead and start a different life now. But now you done did too much. You got too much blood on your hands. You got too much karma coming back for you. You done fell in love now and you're not moving like you used to. Yeah, so. And then with Wanda moving into her own place, and what she say? The PJs, the projects. Leaving the PJs. She ain't even trying to stay at Franklin's mother house no more. She really trying to get the fuck away.
She saw it. She said, let's go back to Africa. They told her but they told them in Africa, and she's starting to see it. And she's like, I don't want to bury you next. I can't go through what Louis going through.
Yeah.
I gotta do it. And she doesn't want to end up back on crack. It's gonna be too hard. So I guess if I disconnect now, if it happens, I'll be all right. Because he said, oh, you should leave me. She said, no, we're still married. I love you. I can't live here.
Yeah. I don't think Leon's gonna be able to leave the game. Because he's gonna feel like if I don't do it, somebody else is gonna step in and do it in a crazy way.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But see, then you have to, with the change of generations that comes, he eventually gonna have to get out. And you don't want to get out to the point where you don't got nothing left. What are you gonna do? You be in the game so long that you can't do nothing else. You can't make no money in no other way. What, you gonna work at Popeyes or something?
Exactly. It's like, do you even have any money saved where you can build another life somewhere else?
Yeah.
No. Well, we shall see. Do you know how many more episodes?
I think it should be like 1 or 2, right?
I don't know. So let's see. Yeah, now that they got Teddy, They got to show how that part is going to play out. I think you think they're going to kill him?
Yeah, I think they're going to kill him. Because him and Franklin also both need him to be gone.
Mm-hmm. They all need him to be gone. Like, even Louis. Do you think that Louis is going to end up working with Franklin and Oso?
No, I think Louis done.
I think she's done.
I think she's done because she came home to that lonely house by herself. So you have all these pretty things, but you're not happy.
Think she gonna go to Jamaica? Didn't Unc want to go to Jamaica?
Yeah, she probably go there and live her life. She may find someone there
and start doing drugs there. Not doing drugs, but selling drugs there. She gonna be a connect in another place.
She might be able to go there and have a baby. She might be able to adopt a baby or have a baby and just.
What if she's pregnant and don't even know it? It could be so many things.
Yes.
I'm going in so many different directions.
Girl, that's like that book, Be More Careful. Remember, she was pregnant at the end, didn't know it.
Oh, well, that's what we got for Snowfall. And now Beef.
Yes.
If you haven't seen Beef, it's on Netflix. With, what's her name? Amy Cho? I don't know.
Yeah,
that was real racist if that's not her name.
I know, I'm sorry. I apologize.
My husband said she's a comedian. I don't know.
She's a comedian. She's funny. She was on, I used to watch American Housewife. She was on American Housewife.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So, yeah.
And then the guy that plays on there, what did he play? I said he played on Lost. My husband was like, no, maybe Walking Dead. I was like, did he play on Lost? I was like, I thought I was sounding real confident. I was like, Walking Dead. Yeah.
Sorry.
So off. So the whole scheme of, or synopsis of the show Beef is a road rage incident, and nobody wants to kind of be the bigger person, so they're coming after each other. He takes her tag number down and goes looking for her, thinking it's a man and wanting to get payback.
I think he thought it was a white woman, so I think he thought
it was a white man, because I kept thinking he was like, yeah, the man something. I thought it was a part where he thought it was a man.
He may have, but I knew he didn't think it was who it ended up being.
Right. So then he tracks her down, finds her house, pretends to want to fix some stuff, and then pees on her floor. That was the grossest thing ever.
How much? I mean, it's like he didn't pee for days.
Right. But then she got some rage issues because her husband had to change the passcode to the safe with the gun. She likes to masturbate with the gun. But he was like, I can't give you the passcode. Like, what the fuck? What did she do? Because we see she has anger issues.
She does Russian roulette with it.
Right. But I'm like, what did she do before? And I hope they bring that back up so we know what she did and why her husband felt he couldn't give her the passcode to the safe with the gun. Because he didn't know she was masturbating with it.
Okay.
Because that was something she just came out and told. I don't know how many episodes you got to, so I don't want to say too much.
No, I didn't get that far. Okay.
Oh, you didn't get to the masturbating part?
I got to her masturbating, but I didn't know that he didn't know that that's what she was doing.
Oh, damn it. Oh. No. Okay, so going back, and then back to the beginning, she took down his license plate number and then found out about his business and where he works, and she left some crazy reviews trying to make his life a hell. Have you gotten to the part where she connected with his brother? Okay, I gotta go back and remember the beginning so I won't get to this.
You can say that part, it's okay. I'll still watch it.
Well, yeah, so she found his brother and started, basically, I feel like she's trying to get to him through his brother, but I'll let you catch up on that so you can see how that part is playing out. But with her going back and forth, and her husband's fucking artwork, that artwork looked like some shit turds. It looked like some clumpy ass shit turds with like some corn and stuff stuck in it. I'm like, yeah, I guess it's different. It's abstract.
Yeah. Some I've seen paintings like, huh? A 2-year-old could have did a better job than okay.
Yeah, but I'm looking forward to seeing how this plays out. Like if this beef is going to keep going on and on, or because did you see the part where he went to church? No,
I
you
don't,
must not.
I don't
Okay,
remember.
I'm gonna stop talking about this. So yeah, tune into Beef on Netflix.
I might just want to again because I don't remember that part.
Yeah, so tune into Beef, and we will recap it. Let us know if you guys like it. Even in the comments, you can let us know what you thought about Snowfall or any of the other shows that we recap, because we love to hear different perspectives. But moving on to the main topic.
Get
I'm
sexy
bringing
back.
sexy back. I don't know the words. Sorry, Justin. I don't know the words. So the reason I wanted to talk about this topic is because it's almost summertime. Like we skipped winter over here in the DMV. It's like we skipping spring, and then we're going right into summer weather. I know a lot of us are like, okay, I got to get ready for bathing suit season, sundress season, whatever you want to call it. Less is best for me. So I like to like show off a little bit, but my body ain't the same as it used to be when I was in my 20s. So I'm going through all of these different things, trying out different stuff to try to get back to my version of sexy. Like, I don't feel that I ever stop looking good, but I have a great way of camouflaging and hiding the parts that I really don't vibe with about myself. So my version of bringing sexy back is the sexy where I won't pick about different things like, oh, this is a little, oh, this is a little, oh, I don't want to, So, I mean, and I know it all starts with the way I think about it or me changing the way I talk to myself. But it's like after having kids, after having surgeries or just cholesterol, like all of these different things we got to deal with, and premenopausal stuff, and like how can we get to a place where we won't feel like we have imposter syndrome in our own bodies? Like, I don't know who this person is.
I
And I
think
was even saying to I was gonna call you baby love, Jessica Rabbit, like, what if this is just like the true version of ourselves? What if we supposed to be lumpy and frumpy and squishy?
I I know I was like, I don't know, get somebody else to do it, but then I'm like, maybe, I don't know.
It's too much. Like, it seems like it's too much work. Why does it have to be so hard to get to a place where we feel comfortable or we have more energy and more flexibility and can wear our clothes with confidence and comfort? It's like, it's so many challenges and diets and meal prep plans. It's like, it's a lot. And I
It,
feel like a lot of that stuff adds more stress.
it does. Um, I think if society didn't try to make it that you had to look like this in order to be sexy, it'll be easier for us. It'll be easier for us to take that change into the next, going to see the next decade or the next season of your life, like I said, with the what's it, with the premenopause, perimenopause, whatever they call it. The weight change with that, because that gives you weight gain. Even going into menopause, you get weight gain. So you're getting weight gain in areas normally where women said, I didn't have an issue in my stomach, but now you have extra fat in your stomach. And you're like, where is this coming from? Or my arms. I hate my arms. I hate my knees. And I looked in pictures. I'm like, they've always been there. But it was just, I guess, minimized. But the potential of them is like, oh, honey, we coming. just give me a couple more years.
You're ready.
Yeah, and then it's there, and then you do have the options of getting, was it a BBL or a tummy tuck? And I've had friends that done that, and they got tummy tucks and things of that nature, or BBLs or breast lifts and stuff. And it's like, well, everybody ain't got money for that.
Right. That shit is expensive.
It is. If insurance ain't paying for it, how can I get that done? So
Right.
I guess, I mean, it's like, okay, do I now, like you said, do we now have to accept this adult weight that we have? Or
This is not just for the females tuning in. This is for the males too, because males, they pick up weight.
Mhm.
They got beer bellies and all these different things that come with age. So if we have any tips or tools that we could share, it's not just for the females. It may be some stuff that the males can do too. Because I tried the smoothie challenge, and I don't know if you guys saw on social media or even the shorts from YouTube, our little our little smoothie challenge, little skit where she's really the friend. It's like, hey girl, I'm just drinking this smoothie. And I'm like, I'm over here eating some cereal, my favorite cereal, which is the s'more cereal with the chocolate and the the graham crackers and the marshmallows.
you got me on day one when you had this smoothie and then you went to Burger King. Should I get egg and fries?
I drank it for breakfast. I did something different. I incorporated
For me too.
And you over there like, I'm on my second smoothie. I'm like, oh, we supposed to have more than one.
But you know what? I said I appreciate any help to help me kickstart it. And I'm not that friend that's going to be like, oh my God, you're not. No, as long as you started with me, you ain't gotta go over to the finishing line with me. Just help me get my butt back into gear where I need to be. And that's all that matters. But yes, my mom used to do dumb stuff like that. We would go walking and let's go get some ice cream. What was the point of walking?
That sounds like some shit I'll do.
She's like, we should reward ourselves. Let's go get some ice cream. So we were the only one that would walk like 2 miles and they go get some ice cream. And I'm like, that is why I have my dieting, like my relationship with dieting is unhealthy, because I felt like I needed to reward myself with food all the time. Like, okay, I said, okay, you're not gonna get a Snicker bars until you go to the pharmacy. The pharmacy has it sitting right there. I'm like, okay, well, you gonna reward yourself, but so I'm like, see, the association with food with rewards. That's another thing I need to break.
Even as kids, it might be like, oh, if you do this, you clean your room, you can get a cookie. If you we can go get some ice cream. So that has probably started since childhood when it came to rewarding yourself with food. And that's where people have that relationship. But with the smoothie challenge, I really just, the way I wanted to do it is like, if I can just switch out a meal with a smoothie, then that's less calories and I'm able to take in some of the things like veggies and the fruits that I wouldn't have normally taken in. So that was my train of thought.
But you could do it that way.
Yeah.
There's other ways of doing it, because the girl, and I'll give you the link to post, the girl had different things. So you could substitute one meal with a smoothie, or you can do 2 meals, or you can do all 3 meals with a smoothie. And then like your other meal is supposed to be a light, sensible meal. So you could do like a smoothie for breakfast, and then you could have like a light salad for lunch. And then for dinner, you could have had a protein the size of your palm, vegetables, and a small starch. And then, make sure you get your healthy fats in there and things like that. So you could do it that way. There's really no wrong way to do it, whichever works best for you. But I do know your protein is supposed to be the size of your palm. So you look at your meat, if you don't have a scale.
Okay. And other than chicken, what other proteins? Like turkey?
Turkey's a good protein. That's a lean protein. So chicken, fish, and turkey are all lean proteins. Okay. you can have steak, but it's the way you cook the steak. Not lean off of the hamburger meat unless it's like 90, like what was it, the real world high one, like 95% or
Less
92.
fat.
Yeah, with the less fat. You can do that. Also the way you prepare your food, cook them in the healthy fats, like rapeseed oil,
Olive oil.
yeah, and grapeseed oil, avocado oil,
Mm-hmm.
rather than vegetable oil or canola oil. And then what's the other one? Steaming your food or sauteing your food. Even the air fryer is a lot healthier than frying your food. A lot of butter and saturated fats and things of that nature if you cut it off. So there's ways of doing it. It's just people love food.
Right.
And they love their association with food. I know I've been bad at times and I would chew food up and spit it out just to get the flavor.
Mm.
So I would chew it till I got all the flavor and then spit it out. And that would help me to get that flavor that I'm missing. So, I mean, I don't want y'all chewing up and spitting out the whole steak. Just take a little bit. The kids steak or the chicken. They're wasting going to McDonald's and just saying food is no.
Right. And just spitting it out. That's not healthy.
No. A little bit. Like when I was cooking, I would taste it and then okay, it tastes good. Let me get none. I don't want to ruin my diet by that. So I just would spit it out. And I don't know if that's healthy or not either. I mean, it played a part of my psyche, my body, my mind got the satisfaction that it was looking for.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I think cheat days are good for you too. I know that.
I had someone that was like, cheat days is that's just your ego trying to make you self-sabotage. That's what he was saying. Like, people shouldn't do cheat days. If you want to eat healthier, why would you cheat? Like, that doesn't even make sense. And I'm like, well, you want to reward yourself. I guess it should be reward day, because
Yes,
you're shifting, like you're making your body go through a whole shock trying to change everything it's used to. So you don't want to add that extra stress where it's like it starts attacking you from the inside, like, oh no, what's going on? I don't know, it's like something's different.
people get mean. Like sometimes when people are dieting, they're mean, they're nasty. I remember my mom when she did Jenny Craig when we were little, and kids beg for everything. So we had a really bad microwave that burnt popcorn all the time. I love burnt popcorn probably because of this microwave. And she was trying to eat it, and it was like, it's burnt and it's the only thing I can have. And she was really, really mean when she was dieting. And I was like, man, I'm not going to be mean like that. So I would try to keep that in mind when I'm dieting. But like you said, maybe it's better to say a reward day, but everything should be done in moderation. So if you have really done well all week long, one day of you having something, but just don't make a field day out of it. And I did notice that on my reward days, I'm still not eating as much as I used to. And some stuff is like, oh, I really wanted that before. It's all right. So, which is like, okay, my mindset is getting back to where it wants to be. But with age, I'm not dropping the pounds like I used to. I remember, girl, I used to be able to get on that. What was that thing called? Remember the gazelle? Like gazelle. What was that thing? It was like almost like the guy with the ponytail, and it was like almost like an elliptical, but it wasn't. It was like, girl, I used to be able to get on that thing and like drop weight like that. It don't happen no more. You know what I'm saying? Even just by doing smoothies, like when I was in my 20s, it would just drop down. It's not doing that anymore. And I'm like, what's going on?
Yeah, in my 20s, I had this routine because my birthday is around Memorial Day. So I would go to Miami every year for my birthday. So in February, I would start trying to get my body the way I wanted it to be. So I still wasn't happy, even though I wasn't big, but in my eyes, I needed to look different or better because I was either too skinny or then got on Depo and my face was too round. My mother was like, oh, you don't look like yourself, and your arms are thick and your face is round. And so just listening to everybody where, oh, your butt's not big enough. Oh, you got a flat ass and da, 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 da. So I would do 8-minute abs. I would do some belly dance routines. These twins, Nina and Vina, they had these belly dancing routines. I would do that. I would just dance around the house and stuff. And that would help me. And I would start in February. So by May, I had the tone, definition, dropped a few calories, dropped a few pounds, and I was good. I can't do that same shit right now.
You know what? You said the depot. And maybe we have a class action suit going on because I got in a depot too, and that made me gain weight. And that really started the issue with me not being able to lose the weight like I wanted to. So I wonder if there was something in the depot shot that stayed with us. And this is the reason why. I wonder. I always say I advocate for birth control because it does help, but then I say it does do a lot of other stuff to your body. And when I look at other women that were on depot, that like it stopped my period for years. It actually put me in menopause, and my gynecologist had to restart my whole cycle all over again.
Wow.
So, you know, well, all this stuff that comes with the depot, I'm like, I wonder if something's wrong. Cause like you see us, all of us, the ones that had been around that age and stuff that's happening to us and stuff that we all went through. I'm like, what's the one thing in common? Depot. And they pushed it to us. I don't know about our white girlfriends. If y'all could comment and say something, did your doctors push the depot shot to y'all as well? But they pushed it to us like we weren't responsible enough to change a patch or to change or take a pill.
Yeah.
Or shoot, give us an IUD. Shoot, that would to me would have been better.
Well, some of the tips that we have that we've tried, and these things may not work for everyone, but some of the things that we've tried that you may want to test out to see how it works for you is one, the 7-day smoothie challenge. And we'll share some information or at least a link where you can go to the, Instagram page or for the young lady that posted it. That actually created it. Where you can just see what groceries you need to get. You can try it out. Most of the smoothies made enough for 2 smoothies in the recipe. I just filled up one big old cup at one time and just drank it throughout the day.
I think I had one this size and then I had another one like a little bit smaller than that.
You can't really see it through your
there we go.
There you go.
So it was like one side, this is the size, and then the other one was like to here. So I had like those 2, and I would drink the one in the morning and then this. I mean,
now some of them are not that great, and we're gonna be honest with you. It's like that one that I had to drink, and it was chunky. It was like, ugh. But I pushed myself to the one with the grapefruit and the apple and something. The one at the beginning.
Just you have to keep pureeing it and then add a little bit more. I like the with coconut water better. Add a little honey to it to sweeten it up. Also, when you're cutting the grapefruit, I saw on, I think it was YouTube or somewhere where they said you got to try to get as much of the white membrane off, and that's what the bitterness is. So if you can cut along, so what I would do is I would cut it in quarters and then take my knife and like fillet it to try not to have so much of the membrane, and that's supposed to cut a lot of the bitterness out of it. Yes, because grapefruit can be
Or you can do like the salads, the spring mix salads, the healthy fats like avocado or almonds
and olive.
The olives, okay, olives. You can do that and incorporate that. Like BJ's or Sam's Club, they have those different chopped salad mix, like the kale salad mix and stuff like that. You can do some things if you need it to be on the go. You don't have time to really prepare a fancy schmancy salad.
The Skinny Girl salad dressing, those are good. And then also they have this Greek yogurt salad dressings for those who cannot digest salad dressings too much, like blue cheese. They have these Greek yogurt salad dressings, which is less calorie and it tastes really good. It almost tastes as good as the regular one. And then also I can write this up real quick. I used to take a chicken breast fillet the size of my palm. I would saute it or put it in the air fryer, and then I would put I would look at the serving size, get the serving size for feta cheese, put the olives, and then put a little bit of Greek salad dressing on it, and just make me a little thing for lunch like that, and have like a little side of greens or asparagus or anything just to get some veggies in me, and that would be like my lunch or my dinner. So I was doing that in see with the smoothies, which was a really good. I mean, I love that one. It was flavorful, and people are like, oh, what do you put in salad dressing? I said, it's only a little bit, but I mean, you don't want to starve yourself. You don't want to take out how to eat good.
Right.
I
Because
mean,
it's more of a lifestyle change, not a diet. Because some of these words have that energy around it that just says, I don't want to do this. This is a punishment. So that whole lifestyle change is like, how can I take out some carbs? Can I take out some starch and then add double vegetables, add double protein, and find healthy snacks in between? So you won't skip meals because then your body is looking for something. So even with like before eating, to help your food digest properly or to help burn some of those additional calories or to keep your blood sugar levels from spiking, there could be, you can do grapefruit juice, 100% grapefruit juice, and you can add a little apple cider vinegar in there, and you can drink that before your meals when you first start out your day, or before each meal. I do it sometimes at the beginning of the day before I eat something. And there's this doctor on YouTube, Dr. Mandell, and he has a lot of helpful videos on herbs you can use, like cayenne pepper, paprika. There's a lot of different herbs. So you can go to his website or just look up Dr. Mandell on YouTube to see some of his videos. But there was one elixir that he said where you mix olive oil olive oil with cayenne pepper, lemon juice, and drizzle some honey. Now, I had a flashback when I first thought about this. I was like, this is gonna taste like castor oil, me drinking castor oil, like drinking oil. So I was like, I'll try it. And then, I'm gonna pop up a picture of me trying it. And you see how happy my face looks. I don't know which side is gonna pop up on, but you'll see it. You'll get it. But
yeah, IBS community, that's gonna work because you're gonna be running to the bathroom.
if it ain't oily, it ain't. What's your lady say? If it ain't cheesy,
it ain't.
slide down easy. If it ain't cheesy or something, she say that oil will help you. Oh, it's gonna help everything pass through.
Oh, yes, it will.
You can drink that before each meal if you want to. Drink water before you eat. Like, don't be like me, because I will wait until after I eat most of my food and then drink, and then everything drops and I'm like, oh, I ate too much. And I'm like, why wouldn't I drink something while I was eating or before?
Like I think, yeah, or hour or two after or something, or I forgot the other one. They said went for the nutritionist. Nutritionist always has like, oh no. Yeah, the hour or two after. I'm like, who really waits an hour or two after they eat to really drink? Just don't drink anything carbonated. Carbonated will expand your stomach, and then you'll feel fuller faster. But if you're trying to get your protein in and things of that nature, try not to, like you said, drink after you eat. Get your protein, drink afterwards.
Right.
But
some of those elixirs and even the grapefruit juice will help if you have high cholesterol. It'll help lower your cholesterol from what I've heard. Check your facts, do your own research. Because sometimes when your cholesterol, your blood pressure, all these things are high, your insulin levels, that could bring diabetes into your life. Those things can throw your weight loss or weight gain off balance as well, from what I've learned. I'm not a professional, so please don't quote me on all of these things. These are just things that I've read or researched on my own. But I even tried to bring back the old school Slim Fast, because I'm like, I remember I used to have a Slim Fast shake. And if I know I'm gonna skip a meal, if I know I'm gonna be running around and doing something, so why not just bring back the old school Slim Fast as a meal replacement? Then the other day I was like, well, this just need to be a snack replacement because this shit ain't hold me over. I'm still hungry.
It doesn't. I'm telling you, like, what people don't understand is once you have stretched your stomach out and you don't know how far you have stretched your stomach out, And if you could sit down and eat, like my grandmother used to eat man-sized plates. I remember my grandfather laughed. Oh my God, you and your plate bigger than mine. She was pissed. I mean, she would pack that plate and pack that plate. But I mean, she was also one that gave me unhealthy stuff. She would buy me snacks and cakes and pies and then put me on a diet. She had me drinking apple cider vinegar at 10 years old. What 10-year-old are you giving apple cider vinegar to?
I did that to pretend it was beer when I was little.
No, she did it so you don't want to be fat.
Oh my goodness. But
Yes.
she gave you all of those things.
Yes, but I mean, who makes a 10-year-old? And I was olive oil then. I wasn't even a thick child. I didn't get thick until I got older. So, you know, high school, my hips and stuff started coming. But I mean, besides that, I was never overweight until after the daggone depot shot. So there, I mean, I don't know.
But as she mentioned with the smoothies, adding the coconut water was good and made it a little tasty. I did the same thing with the vanilla Slim Fast. I did research and saw that the vanilla one dissolves better than some of the other ones.
Okay.
I've tried it with almond milk, unsweetened almond milk, and I tried it with coconut water this morning, the vanilla, French vanilla, and it was pretty good.
Okay.
My stomach's growling right now, but all I had was that.
Our stomach is always growling around this time.
Maybe it's just the podcast. Our stomachs want to talk too. Like it's like, yes. We talk about me. But I did that with the Slim Fast, and I may have like some spring mix with a sliced avocado or avocado toast or something to hold me out. Some apples with peanut butter. These are different snacks that you can have on the go. One thing about it is that whenever I try to eat something healthy and bring it into the house, my 15-year-old son likes it and wants it too. So I can't have shit for myself. He will eat Caesar salads all day, drink smoothies every day. I had to get him his own smoothie blender because he kept using mine. And then when I wanted it, it would be dirty. So I'm like, no, you have your own. I bring coconut water. Can I have some? I bring aloe vera juice. Can I have some? I'm like, dang, this is something you don't like?
Nope. Anything you got?
Ashwagandha. He was like, here's a link to an ashwagandha gummies, and you get 2. That way I can have my own. You can have yours. I'm like,
kids ate mine. The one that had me all giddy. They ate mine. I'm like, this is not candy. It is. I'm like, oh my gosh. Yes.
But maybe we're helping them through our trial and errors. We're helping them learn some different tools for maintaining or staying healthy, because my son, he's going through this phase where he wants to build muscle. So he'll have his whey protein, and I'm like, okay, well, maybe I'll use a little of the whey protein when I do exercise, because someone mentioned to me that probably the reason that some of the diets and these different foods that I've been eating haven't been helping me lose weight is because I didn't have enough muscle to burn some of the fat. So he mentioned that the quads, the thigh area, is the biggest muscle, or where most people have the biggest muscles. So if you build the quads up, at least your body will have some muscle to burn some of that fat. So that's something I haven't done. I've usually done cardio, but I didn't want the saggy skin. So I guess building muscle at the same time will help.
Yes, it will. I would say that when I was weight training, when I went back in 2021, I was dieting and I did weight training, and that weight dropped so fast. So maybe I will. I hopefully will be getting braids within the next couple of weeks, and I think that'll help me stop the excuse of I don't want my hair to curl up, or I don't want to have to, like, you don't want to press your hair too much, and I don't want my hair to be unhealthy, or you know what I'm saying. And I'm not the best on throwing on wigs and gluing them down, so you ain't gonna be talking about me looking like I look like a with the monkeys from what was it, what the apes show, Planet of the Apes, some girl putting that right here. Yeah, you ain't gonna be talking about me. So once I braid this up, then maybe or I just don't care about my hair anymore.
Yeah.
Wear it natural.
And other than like the foods that we eat and some of the different remedies we might try, or the appetite suppressants or all of that stuff, like most women want a snatch waist. But after you've had kids and like I've had a hysterectomy and things like that, sometimes I don't think stuff moves back to where it originally was. So then we have the belts and stuff.
Oh yeah, the waist trainers, because your muscles stretch when you have a baby. So if they don't tie the muscles back up to where it's supposed to be, it's not gonna go back.
And then some people have that where they say the I can't remember the name of it, but where the abs stretch out, or
Mm-hmm.
the stasis. I can't remember the exact name of it, but it's like the abs don't really come back to where they used to be. But for babies and like people who've had C-sections and hysterectomies, I have this special belt that helps the pelvis kind of move back into a shape. So it doesn't just support the midsection, it actually supports that underbelly area, that fupa area, where it has a separate part where you can wrap it around. And I'll show a picture of it too, along with one of the other sweatbands. And then they have like what, the faja?
Yeah, the faja. I like to wear the fajas too, under clothes, like certain garments, dresses and stuff like that, just to keep everything nice and smooth out the back and keep, everything in place. I like that. I know I never had, the surgery, but shoot, it still works the same.
I wonder if they make things like that for men.
They do. They do. I know
men be wearing girdles and stuff around here.
I know somebody was wearing a girdle. Yeah, they.
My husband be like, "You got on your bulletproof vest under there. What is that? I feel."
What we call it? So he be like, "You got your arm on."
Like, shut up.
I used to remember my mom leaving church, taking off her girdle, going down the parkway, and going, oh, now I know that feeling. And I was like, I would never. And it's like, now I know that feeling of like, it's not only releasing yourself from your bras, it's taking that armor off, bulletproof. It's like all that we do to look good. And then they're like, men are like, oh, it don't matter to us. Y'all do that for each other. I'm like,
we do it for y'all because we don't want y'all looking at somebody else and eyes be wandering, minds be wandering, penises be wandering. Like, we just doing it for us. But I do have someone, a special guest. She's not joining us on the podcast, but she sent a nice, helpful video for you guys to check out. And I hope it can help some of you. And if you feel like reaching out to her, then you can reach out to her. Her name is Destinie with Des Fit and Dance. So check out this video and we'll be right back.
Hello there, beautiful ladies. I'm Destinie Brownlee, a healthcare provider contracting fitness services out to individuals with intellectual and developmental disabilities in Washington, D.C. and the Maryland surrounding areas. I've been a certified personal trainer and prenatal and postnatal fitness instructor for over 6 to 7 years now, and my clients range in age, parenthood, and cognitive behaviors. My single moms, new parents, and independent women have always given me excuses about their energy, their ability, and their thought process about working out. But to be honest, it's all about your mental state. They're scheduling with their kids and not feeling like they have enough time to work out for themselves. Some things that you do not want to hear, most likely, but you are capable to do this, and all it takes is mental consistency in your routine. If you do not have a routine for yourself, your kids, or your day, then you probably feel like you're not accomplishing everything on your to-do list, but that's fine. Again, all it takes is consistency. Now, ladies, we all remember a time where we felt sexy, flirty, fun, and in our best shape possible. Maybe great, but not our best shape possible. This is the time to focus on the areas of your body that you love and are so grateful for, instead of focusing on the parts that bring you low confidence and not as sexy. We know it takes time for our bodies to heal after having a baby and to make you feel less bad about it. Statistics show that it takes a new mom an average of 18 months to feel sexy again after birth. Ladies, that's 547 days. Not that we're counting. Adapt to your new life, your new body, and find another perspective of sexy. Because, baby, you are still fierce, sexy, and strong. We are like seasonal flowers with layers of our growth and beauty. So just relearn self-love and find that motivation to be at your best health, wellness for you and your children. Some quick tips for staying sexy and fit are: include your children in your nutritional routine. The healthy grocery shopping aspect can make it fun and educational. Example, smoothie making, meal prepping. Go to Amazon or your favorite low-cost store and buy your comfortable but sexy workout gear and equipment that can be done at home or with a partner. Record yourself to enjoy and get used to seeing the transformation and authenticity of your wellness journey. Read, journal, dance, meditate, or do yoga of some sort to have as an outlet for the hard work and dedication you're putting into your life and your child's life. Lastly, embrace change, because change is growth, and we all deserve grace when you grow. It was an honor speaking with you ladies, and I just hope that you guys can take one thing from this segment. And if you guys want to follow me and stay up to date, you can go to my website at www.deskfitanddance.com and follow me on socials, Instagram at deskfit_and-dance. God bless and have a great week.
Oh, that was so amazing. Oh, that was my little cousin, Destiny. She's not little anymore, but oh, I love her. So, do you agree with what she says? I love the part about the sexy, fierce, and strong. So, yeah, that's going to be my affirmation.
Yes, I definitely agree with her. And she is definitely right. She said, so women don't start losing weight again until 18 months, because that is, your body takes 12 months after giving birth to go back to where it was pre-pregnancy. So that's why when you get pregnant and then you're 10 months out from pregnancy and you get pregnant again, sometimes your doctor yells at you because your body hasn't fully healed properly to start that all over again. So when it takes 18 months, I believe that even when you're breastfeeding, because some women breastfeed up to 18 months. I know when I breastfed, my weight dropped. My mom was like, oh, your weight's not going to drop, because hers didn't, but mine did. I was in pre-pregnancy clothes when I left the hospital, which was weird. But because my body I was all stomach, it deflated. It was that. But that wasn't the norm. But I also had abs and I didn't work out, which is not the norm either. I was like 20 years old with abs. I'm like, yeah, did you work out? No. So I didn't have like the norm built. But moms, give yourself some grace, even mothers. I love the way she said incorporate the kids, which is really good with the smoothies. I think giving them healthy tips. And even with children, sometimes my oldest can be a little thick on the thicker side. I stopped bringing in the unhealthy treats. If they don't have it, I can't eat it. They can't eat it. Because she made a statement to me, oh, I don't want to be skinny. I said, but baby, you only 4'11". You would Kit Kat away from skinny. So, I mean, I know you would like to keep the curves, but, let's be realistic. We don't want to turn into, now you're morbidly obese because your eating habits. We went from having her be anorexic, basically, to now making up for lost time. And I'm like, oh my God, you need like a middle. So I have those things. But I'm trying not to bring unhealthy things. But she made a really lot of great comments and work it out. And I think if you work, drop the kids off, take the kids to the park and you walk around park while they're playing. Or if you want to do it at home, I used to put on yoga with the kids. In quarantine, we would put on yoga. We would all do a family yoga together to try to stretch and, build things up together. So I think that's great. I love that she said incorporate the kids so you don't feel like you're doing this all alone.
Exactly. Yeah. And then like the whole mental health, make sure your mental health is good and understand your why. Why are you trying to get fit? Why are you trying to lose weight? And what will be different once you drop that 10 pounds? What would be different with your mindset, with anything else you have going on in your life if you drop 20 pounds, if you drop 50 pounds? how will you do things differently? How will you incorporate some of these things into your day-to-day activities? How will you lead by example so that the weight doesn't come back? Like, I know my mindset for losing weight was like the way I thought. It wasn't in alignment, and that's probably why a lot of times it didn't stick. And then I did this diet a while ago called the Dukan diet. It's a French diet, and I lost 20 pounds in 30 days. But then I had the skin. My elasticity was not that snapback. So I had the skin, and then I could tell my face looked like it was sinking in a little bit. And I was like, I don't want to look like a crackhead. I don't want to, no offense to people who have addictions, but I didn't want to look like a crackhead. So I was like, let me eat some donuts. Let me do something to gain some of this weight back. So it's like, when are you ever going to be happy with how you look, how you are showing up?
I think not until we get older, to be honest with you, because I've known people that had a gastric bypass or the sleeve. And some people have really good elasticity and they lose it. They have no hanging skin. And I've heard haters, oh, I know you probably got hanging skin. Like, no, and I was sending them bikini shots or a shot, and bra underwear, and they would go, oh, yeah, yeah, now what? But we had good elasticity in my family. My mother had 6 pregnancies. She didn't have, her apron, because she was a big girl, but it wasn't like a hanging out to her stomach. Her apron looked like she was only a little couple pounds overweight. So, your genetic makeup is different. So whereas you will have loose skin, I may not have loose skin, but as you get older now, I'm like, well, I don't know now. I may have loose skin now. Or if you're really obese, you may have hanging skin, but insurance will pay for the skin removal surgeries. If that's the case, if you decide to go to a bariatric doctor and get the sleeve or what is it? They have the sleeve, they have the bypass, the dual duodenal switch. They have the lap band. They're not even really doing the lap band anymore. They would just tell you to get the sleeve. You get better results with the sleeve than you would do with the lap band. And now some of the doctors are doing the Ozempic, or the diabetic shots. Those shots were known to give women that had issues with fertility. They would get it because for some reason it would make them fertile and they would make them lose weight. So a lot of stuff is trial and error.
I don't know about B12.
So I did the B12 shot. What I would do was the B12 shot works in conjunction with rigorous diet and exercise, and with rigorous diet and exercise and the B12 shot. The shot works better than the pill. I did a lot of stuff. I did Weight Watchers, I did Jenny Craig, and to be honest with you, I lost weight in 2013, I believe, or 2014. I lost weight, and I did well all up until lockdown, because in lockdown I didn't know that I was depressed, but I was eating, my comfort food is Tasty's crimpets. So I was eating crimpets, and my husband was like, you need to stop, you're going to be all this weight and I don't want to hear about you crying. Oh no, I have tools. I'm like, yeah, right, I gained the weight, and I saw it in my pictures as it gradually went up, because you don't gain the weight right then and there. People think they eat a cupcake and you don't gain those 5 pounds. No, it comes later on down the line when you don't realize that this weight is coming up on you, and then all of a sudden you look and like, oh my God, why is the scale saying X, Y, and Z when it just said X, Y, and Z 4, 5, 6 months ago? So then you have to try to reboot your body. And like you said, if your sugar goes up, and this is another sign that you have diabetes. If you look at your elbows, the back of your neck, your knees, if they're really dark, that's a sign of diabetes. So if you like, they say, oh, your neck is black, but you wash your neck and you wash it and there's no dirt coming off of it, that's a sign of diabetes issues. And if your elbows, like the black and white, that's a sign of diabetes. So sometimes that be on the people's knuckles. That's when you need to consult with your doctor and say, hey, can we do a test and see if I'm pre-diabetic or if I'm diabetic, and have them run. Y'all should go to y'all PCPs every year, get a full makeup, see what your blood is, even do it maybe even every 6 months. Check to make sure you're getting the right amount of vitamins. Sometimes vitamin deficiencies will combat and you can't lose the weight. So try different things like that. I mean, I know Geritol is a really good vitamin. It's not only for old people. It comes in a liquid or pill form. It's very easy on the stomach for the sensitive stomach people. And it gives you the vitamins that you need. And if it's made for the older community, it'll be good for you because you have a little bit more than they have. It works. I mean, I even heard some women get pregnant off of Geritol. So,
Okay.
I mean, it's really good.
Dropping gems.
A lot of good stuff. And the ashwagandha too. That's good. That's how to support your mental state, stress, anxiety, and
Yep,
even
and
weight management. That's all on there. So I think once we get all that done, your cousin, she dropped a lot of gems and had a lot of stuff because you want to lose weight for you and no one else. And it's for you to be healthier.
And sometimes people need that accountability. So if you've been trying and doing it all by yourself, maybe it's time to bring someone else in to help support you and assist you throughout that journey. Not all personal trainers are expensive. You might have a friend or a friend of a friend, a family friend, or somebody who was in the military. They went through the boot camp. Like, they might be able to assist you or at least give you some tools or tips that you can do at home. And for those of you on YouTube, following us on the YouTube channel, and if you haven't already, go subscribe and turn on that notification. But I started a playlist called the Lazy Workout Playlist. So check out that playlist on the YouTube page, and it gives you 3-minute, 5-minute, 8-minute, 30-minute videos for lazy people like me that you can do in your own bed, in your own home. If you're just sitting around reading a book or watching TV, there's some exercises you can do. You can put your legs up in the air. You put your legs up in the air when you're about to get it in. So put your legs up in the air and do some scissors. Do some things, some pelvic thrusts or something. You do it already.
So when you go to the supermarket, park farther away from the door. Take that extra walk. When you're in the supermarket, that cart can get heavy. You're pushing that cart, you're working out, put a little bit more effort into it. What is it? You get to the school line early. Okay, well, we're gonna park for a while, go walk around, and then come back and get your child, things like that. Things like that. It's really, really.
You're holding canned foods or your jug of milk or jugs of water. Just move your arms, flex it a little bit. Start walking as if your stomach is flat.
Yes.
Like, sometimes it's not about sucking your stomach in, because sometimes you do it for pictures. Sometimes you do it just because you got on a tight dress or something, you're trying to be cute. But contract your abs as if your stomach is already flat, like you want it to be. So your body gets used to that, the way like your posture. It gets used to being in alignment and not just sagging and hunched over and just like.
But that's what the fupa helps too. That the faha helps with that. It straightens up your back. So even if you have back issues, a waist trainer in the faha does help straighten up your back. So that does help. So it's not also just to look good. It also helps with, like you said, the alignment of your back. And then I want to say to this, if you have been trying to lose weight for over a year and you have not been able to, even in 6 months, there's nothing wrong with going to a bariatric doctor. There is no shame in it. Some people need it because in their bloodline on both sides, they have obese. So it's a tool that helps you. I've seen people do great on that, and I've seen people that have done horrible on it. You have to do what you need to do with your tool. But it's no shame in your game for going to it. They have support groups, they have nutritionists, they have all that you need. They give you the tools that you need for you to be successful at it, but it all depends on that person. Even what you said, personal trainer, insurance companies now are paying for gym memberships. Yes, so if you have insurance, you can call and say, hey, do I have a gym membership program? They'll tell you, sure. Well, how much you guys pay? Some of them pay the full thing. Some of them pay a partial. Some of them, all you have to do is pay it and email them a receipt, and they'll send you the money back. Or some of them just automatically cover it. They just have to have the gym contact them, and they take over the payments. So use those tools that we have for us. Because, you know, we got this.
And
Make
one
us,
more thing. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
no, I'm just saying, like you said, make a support group of your friends.
Yeah. One more thing I will say is a part of the process is owning who you are right now at this moment. Don't try to go back to 20s. Don't
Yeah.
try to fit into something that has already passed. That timeline is gone. So
Put the dress back on.
who are you right now? What is your body frame? Has your body frame changed? Have you gotten shorter? Have you you're taller than you used to be? Whatever the case may be, throw away those old clothes.
Yes.
Stop trying to make yourself fit into these old outfits that you're not gonna be able to fit into.
Out of style anyway, Bill.
Exactly. So it's like, go get measured or measure yourself at home, figure out a new sexy style that works for you in a different size. And it's okay. Like if you want to trick your mind, cut out the tags after you buy it or whatever you need to do, but just bring that sexy back where you are right now. And as you gradually grow and change and shift things in your lifestyle, if you can be consistent with it, because some of us don't like it. I'm talking to myself. Some of us won't be consistent. So how can you work with what you got right now?
To a certain size, you'll be like, all right, I'm done. And then remember, you lose weight and then inches, weight then inches. So sometimes you're not losing weight, you're actually losing inches. Sometimes you had a lot of water weight you got to get off. And then once you get the water weight, then you can really work on the fat. So keep all those in mind. Don't beat yourself up.
Yeah.
Try to love you for the you that you are, whether you're big, small. And you gotta say, take it or leave it.
Exactly. And if you wouldn't want nobody else talking about you, if you wouldn't want nobody else saying, oh, are you pregnant or whatever the case may be, don't do it to you.
Yes.
Don't treat yourself in a way you don't want somebody else to treat you, basically.
I did that as a teenager by mistake.
You thought somebody was pregnant?
This lady, she was I was getting ice cream. I was like, oh, is a baby craving ice cream? She's like, I'm not pregnant. I said, oh. But it looked like a maternity jumper. It looked like the jumpers my mom used to wear back in the day. She probably was pregnant and then try to play that game.
Don't ever ask anyone if they're pregnant. Let them tell you they're pregnant.
I learned that. I just keep my mouth shut.
Well, that is it for us today on this episode of Soul Healer Podcast. We bring in sexy back. These girls up here, they don't know how to act. I got bars, y'all. Okay. Well, until next time, we will chat with you and see you later.
Bye.